come on in. Let me show you what I've done to my shop. This will be my new shop for my retirement. There's still a few more things to do, but I just thought I would take a few minutes and show you my updates. One is, while it's warm out, is keeping my planer by the door so I can blow and sweep everything outside, then use my gas powered blower to disperse that, blow it away. Router table that I'm working on. I don't use my bandsaw a lot, so, and that area out there is usually like it is, and I don't have access to bring stuff in that way. But one thing I needed was a lot of floor space, so if I want to pull the mower in or the mule in to work on or change the oil, now I have that. This is my not so ultimate assembly table, fantastic assembly table, awesome assembly table. It's just an assembly table. Place for my batteries to charge, close to an outlet. Yes, did I know I built my table around a post? Yeah, I think I mentioned that in another video. I have enclosed the bottom because I have to do this. I'm an enemy of my own in one sense, because if I have an open area under it, I'll push stuff under it and forget that I have it. But I did incorporate a shelf on each end, place for some drawers that I had on another workbench, other supplies, place that's very handy for my drills to be without taking up wall space. I think you might have seen this in another video, the flag that I'm working on. This was a trophy case from an American Legion post that they gave me, and I have got most everything over here now. Nuts, bolts, screws, washers, clamps, just all stuff that I need at hand. When before, I still got a couple of clamps on this wall because they are just too long for that over there. But they were on this wall, they were on this wall where my toolbox is. They were all along here. This workbench is still pretty much the same, and it's still a work in progress. By moving my drill press from right here over to the end of the assembly table, again, I've gained more floor space. I'm getting my planer out there. I'm able to angle my table saw, so I have more in-feed and out-feed room. This is part of that flag that I'm working on, the trim that's going to go around it, and this is going to sit over top of a Blackstone grill when it's not in use. And so I burn, then I use red dye, then I'll go over it with mahogany. I need to do a little more burning on this and maybe another coat of mahogany to get it as dark as the other over there. Let me come around this other side. I built a chute to direct the sawdust coming off the table saw. A lot of it goes in a box I have sitting over there, but it contains it a lot more. It's easy for me to roll the table saw out of the way and clean it up. That's one of the first flags that I built, and my glue joint separated right here. There must have been some tension in the board. I'm not sure why I did it, but I'm not going to give up on it. Some live edge pieces that I have. I'm hoping those are going to be legs for a coffee table. I was able to put my scroll saw over here in the corner. My chop saw station used to be on the other side where all my nuts, bolts, glue, all that stuff is. And over here I have my 5-gallon bucket dust container. And so when I'm using the joiner, I have this that kicks on my big shop vac under there, which in turn goes into this bucket, draws the chips in, and they fall down to the bottom without filling up my shop vac. And it may not seem like much, but if you've seen my shop in the past, I mean, I still have so much of my old stuff that I like hanging around. This area is a little more organized, places for the chainsaws. And like I say, I still have a ways to go, but this is pretty much the layout that I'm gonna have. Now, on the other hand, I still have this side to attack. But right now, I need to keep going on the main side of the shop. That's other shelves I put on this end. You can see how out of level my floor is. This, excuse me, this was actually a barn at one time. And yeah, my floor is just so uneven. Did 4 coats of shellac that I dyed red for my tabletop, just because I like to do stuff that's different. And I'll step out back real quick and show you not only some of the stuff that has come out of here, which a lot of this I am going to use to make biochar. But my pond is filling up. You know, I dug a lot of it out, redistributed a lot of the clay, and there's so much bentonite mixed in with it that it's filling for my neighbor's pond, which you may have seen that video. But crossing my fingers, hoping it'll fix the leak. If it doesn't, then I'll just start over again. I'm supposed to get some clay from work where we're digging a lake there, and the guy will bring that in. I'll just stockpile it until I see what the pond's gonna do. I may have to end up putting another foot of clay on the bottom because I've got a rock bottom. But anyhow, that is that's about it. I still have a lot to organize outside, and I'll be retiring August 18th. I'm hoping to finish up a lot of projects that I've started, and I hope to start a whole lot more. I won't have trouble keeping busy and be bored, that's for sure. Right now, I think the hardest thing for me is finding a way to change my sleep pattern, because I have gotten up early for so many years. I've been at the golf course for 38 years, and usually up around 3:30 every morning. So yeah, that's probably the hardest thing I'm going to have to adjust to. But it's a good morning. I got stuff to do, and this is the shop reveal, I guess. Thanks for sharing a little of your time with me, and we'll see you next time. I get this vinyl from my friends that own New Image Graphics here in Louisville, Kentucky. You got printing needs? New Image Graphics. Let me try again. For printing needs, check out New Image Graphics in Bluegrass Industrial Park. And what I do, they give me a lot of their scrap vinyl. One side gets a little dirty, I flip it over, and it protects my workstation. I would say try to find somebody in your area that does this type of thing. If they won't give it to you, they may sell it to you really cheap, but it really helps with keeping your workstation clean and stain free. So just thought I'd share that little bit with you.